What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Horror, and today we are going to be doing a series I like to call Versus, where I pit two horror franchises against each other. Today, because The Conjuring Last Rites just came out, I will be doing the Conjuring universe versus Insidious. Alright, so here we are at the tier list. I have 5 tiers as usual. At the top, just below that,
I like your dolls.
then
It's not the house that's haunted.
second to last,
That the power of Christ compels you!
and at the bottom. So, we have 5 Insidious movies, 4 Conjuring movies, 3 Annabelle movies, 2 Nun movies, and The Curse of La Llorona to be going through. Yes, there is 10 Conjuring universe movies to 5 Insidious movies, but you can't deny Insidious and The Conjuring are like one and the same, so we're ranking them together. The first movie out of all of these to come out, it was the original Insidious, and I think the original Insidious is very good. I think it is very scary. It has some very good jump scares. It's not one of my personal favorite movies of all time. I'm going to stick Insidious in I Like Your Doll. I think it is very good. I think it's just a bit basic for what we expect from movies now. Like, when I go to a demon movie, I expect to see something new, something I can't see everywhere else. And it does provide some of that. That's why it's this high up. But it's still very basic, and it uses a lot of loud noises as jump scares, where it's like that's just a cheap way to get a jump scare. Like, now we have the original Conjuring, and if you guys have seen me talk about this franchise, you'll know I think the original Conjuring is a masterpiece. I'm going to put it up in the top. Like I said, when I go to demon movies, I go to see something I can't see everywhere else, because The Conjuring is something you can't see everywhere else. You get this very good family dynamic with the family that Ed and Lorraine are going to, and you also get Ed and Lorraine as a very good couple to, you have the family and you have the couple, and they're both very good. You feel for both of them. It has some very good, terrifying moments. I always think of the hiding clap scene as one of the scariest horror movie moments ever, but there are dozens of other moments in this that are absolutely terrifying, so I think The Conjuring is a masterpiece, and it's up at the top. Now we have Insidious Chapter 2, and I used to be a lot harsher on this movie. I think I even had it in last place in my Insidious ranking, but I don't think it's that bad anymore. I could watch it and have a decent enough time with it. I'm still going to stick it in The Power of Christ Compels You, because I wouldn't want to rewatch it, but it's one of those where, like, if I have to, I will. Like, I'm not gonna be upset to rewatch it during a, rewatch of the franchise, but it's not something I will ever seek out to rewatch. Like, if I watch the original Insidious, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to watch the second one now because it's so good. It's not, so it's fine. Now we have Annabelle, and Annabelle is going to be our first entry into The Devil Exists, because this movie is the devil itself. I've seen a lot of people starting to be like, oh, it's not that bad. So I went into it and was like, oh, it won't be that bad. It's the most boring, predictable movie I've ever seen in my life. And it doesn't even make sense unless you watch the prequel that hadn't come out yet. So it should function as a movie on its own without me having to see a prequel before I go watch it. It's bad. It's bad. Next up, we have Insidious Chapter 3. Insidious Chapter 3, for me, was my number 1 when I did the Insidious ranking. I think it is much better than the original Insidious. I think it has some very scary moments. I think the original might be more scary, but this one has some very scary moments as well, and it doesn't use cheap, loud noises to get jump scares out of you. And you also care about the main character a lot. You get the very good dynamic between her and her dad, and her and Elise, so I think this is a very good movie, and probably the only of the Insidious movie that I'm going to stick up in the top in God Exists. Next up, we have the original Conjuring, and this... Yes, I know I said the original Conjuring. I don't know why. I'm talking about the Conjuring 2. This is the last of all of these movies where I'm like, dang, that's really... This was my number one when I did my Conjuring universe ranking last week. It's very good. I think the original Conjuring is one of my favorite movies of all time, but this one just goes bigger, badder in every single way. I think, has some better, like, family moments. It has some better moments with Ed and Lorraine. It's more sympathetic. It's also, I don't know if it's scarier, but it has a lot more scary moments in it. I think it has a lot of good demons, like the Crooked Man, the Nun. Very good. I love The Conjuring 2. It's up on the top. Now we have Annabelle Creation, and I was blown away by how much I liked Annabelle Creation. When I saw this movie, I was like, that was really good. Like, why do I like this movie? Like, I know, like, I thought that this, like, everyone hated all of the Annabelle movies, so I was like, oh, am I the only one who likes this? No, it turns out other people do like this one as well, but I think it is the scariest of the three Annabelle movies, and by far the best, so I'm going to put it into I Like Your Doll. It's good. It's good. It's not anything that's, like, mind-blowing, but it has some very good scenes. Next up, we have Insidious: The Last Key. This one I was a little bit higher on when I did my original ranking. I don't know what I was smoking. It's not very good. It's, like, very boring, very basic. Like, I don't remember much about this movie, even though I rewatched it for this video. Like, I don't remember jack about this movie. It's like, it's just so boring. It's not an awful experience. I just would never rewatch it. Like, if I'm rewatching the Insidious movies, I'll watch the first three, and then when we get to this one, I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, put it on. So, I'll put it in The Power of Christ Compels You, and honestly, I'm going to move Insidious Chapter 2 up to It's Not the House That's Haunted, because it's way better than this one. Next up, we have The Nun, and I believe this was second to last on my Conjuring Universe ranking, so I bet you can guess where it's going to go. The Devil Exists. This movie is possibly the most forgettable of all of the Conjuring movies. It is based off such a terrifying villain that you got from the second movie with the Nun. She's terrifying. She's a terrifying villain. And then you just completely ruin it with this movie because you give her an origin story, but you make it the most boring, predictable, forgettable movie that's ever existed. Like, it's literally to the point where I was counting down the jump scares, being like, all right, music swells down. 1, 2, 3. Scary face. And I did that like 3 times in this movie. And I've seen this movie twice, and it's not like I was doing something else while watching it. I was devoting my focus to it, and I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens. Next up, we have Annabelle Comes Home. And Annabelle Comes Home is going to go in the middle into It's Not the House That's Haunted. I think I'm definitely higher on it than the original, than Insidious Chapter 2. But it's still not a phenomenal movie. It's pretty basic in a lot of ways. The characters are extremely stupid. There's so many moments in this that really pissed me off. But it's super fun. You get all of these different demons that come out of the, like, items in the Warren's room. You get, like, the boat person. You get there's so much stuff. There's, like, I think there's a werewolf or something in this. There's, like, a wolf. There's so many different demons. It's so fun and just insane. Like, it's not a good movie, but you can put it on, have some fun with it, have some fun with, the stupid characters. Nobody dies, so it's not like a super dark, depressing movie. It's just a fun, almost PG-13 movie. I don't know if it is PG-13, but I wouldn't be surprised, because it's just a nice little fun movie. Next up, we have The Curse of La Llorona, the one that doesn't make sense in this franchise, because, like, they don't even advertise it as a Conjuring Universe movie. Like, it's in all, like, the Conjuring Universe collections, but, like, I think they try to disown this one, which it's like, because they're like, oh, well, nobody recognized it as a Conjuring movie, so we're just going to try to disown it. Like, it's not the worst of your universe. Like, you've made much worse movies than this. I'm still going to put it in The Power of Christ Compels You, because it's not good. It is the most basic, prototypical movie you'll ever see in your life. Like, it is, if I was to say, give me a plot of a demon movie, you'd probably describe this movie. Like, it is the most basic plot. Like, you get a demon who's haunting this house or these people. You get a backstory for why she's doing it. Then you go through, they're trying to stop the demon, they bring in a demonologist or a priest or something, and then they win in the end. That's the plot of this movie. It's basic, it's inoffensive, it's just nothing. Then we have The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. And this is the most infuriating movie on the list for me because the Conjuring franchise, not the universe, just the 4 Conjuring movies, is such a good quadrilogy. But The Devil Made Me Do It, besides having a horrendous title that is way too long, this movie just isn't very good. I'm going to put it in The Power of Christ Compels You, not quite in the bottom, because there is some enjoyable moments with Ed and Lorraine in this. There are some good scary scenes. I just don't really care for the CGI that they use a lot in this one. It just feels like, another one of these movies. Like, okay. They try new things, they do. I can commend them for that, but not really any of it works. Now we have The Nun 2, and just like the original Nun, a boring, forgettable mess. But this time, I'm not going to put it in the bottom. I'm going to put it in The Power of Christ Compels You because I can remember a few things about this movie. 1, I enjoy the characters. I think they're pretty decent in this one. 2, there was a couple cool scenes where I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool, that's unique, that's creative. Otherwise, there isn't really anything. It's boring, it's predictable like most of these movies are, and but it's not as bad as the original. Now we have Insidious, The Red Door, and I don't think I had it in last place in my original Insidious ranking, but it would be last place now. I'm going to put it in The Devil Exists. I think this is the worst Insidious movie. It is just so forgettable. I think of it as like one of those fast food movies like Godzilla vs. Kong or like the new Ghostbusters. Like, not the, like Ghostbusters Afterlife, but like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire or whatever. Like, you watch it, you have a decent time with it, and then you forget it in an hour. But this one, you watch it, you're confused as hell, and then you forget it in an hour. Like, so much stuff happens in this movie that it's like, what? Like, what is going on? What are you trying to say? Like, and they try to bring back the family from the original, but it just doesn't feel the same, especially because Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne are separated, and it just doesn't, you don't get that same family feel in this one. So I really didn't like it. I thought it was terribly boring and unscary, and just, worst of the Insidious movies for me. I don't think it was last place when I did my ranking, but it should be. Now we have the newcomer, The Conjuring Last Rites. And if you guys saw my review for this movie or my ranking of the Conjuring universe movies, you'll know I am a huge fan of this movie. I haven't seen many people talk about it. I'm sure people are just like, oh, it's another Conjuring movie, but I really, really liked it. I wouldn't quite put it in the top. There was a decent amount of things that I can think of that I didn't like that this movie did, so I'm going to put it in I Like Your Doll, but it is a good movie. I like it. I enjoy it. I think there was some very funny moments, very scary moments, very heartfelt moments. I think it wraps up Ed and Lorraine's story perfectly, and that opening scene is the best part of the Conjuring universe since the first 2 Conjuring movies. I genuinely teared up during that opening scene, and it's so good at explaining, like, you hear about this case that, like, almost broke Ed and Lorraine the whole time, and you're like, oh, what could have possibly happened? Like, especially seeing what happens in the other Conjuring movies, you're like, what could have possibly happened that's worse than that? And when you get this opening scene, you completely understand. And that's going to be it for today's video. Remember, if you did enjoy, make sure to hit like and subscribe. So if you want to see more videos like it in the future, go down below and comment down some more video ideas for me or your own opinions on some of these various movies in these franchises. Because I wanted to just say franchises, but then, like, there's Annabelle, there's The Nun, there's The Conjuring in the Conjuring universe. So just go down and comment whatever you feel about some of these movies. I am going to be doing a Halloween Spooktacular again this year, which is going to look a little bit different than it has the last couple years. The last 2 years I've done it where I just post a video for the first 13 days of October. This year, you'll still be getting 13 videos, but I'm not posting them every day. I'll be trying to go every other, just posting them throughout October, which 13 is still a lot for a month. I usually post like 8 videos a month. So that's like almost double that. So just watch it, stay tuned for that. I'll probably do a video like announcing it maybe, but yeah, it'll just be me posting a video 13 days in October. Yeah, it's not going to be anything specifically themed. It's just going to be I'm posting a lot of videos. So